There's nothing quite like homemade dumplings, or ravioli, or fresh empanadas. They're amazing, right? But let's be totally honest, making them can be a massive pain. Today, we're going to look at a device that says it can fix all that, promising perfect results without any of the frustrating prep. So, let's dive in and see if it actually lives up to the hype.
I mean, this is the classic kitchen struggle, isn't it? You get this craving for those perfect, pillowy dumplings, but then the thought of all that folding and crimping and sealing, it just completely kills your motivation. The love for the food gets totally buried under all the labor.
So that brings us right to our first section, the homemade dilemma. This is that moment where a labor of love starts feeling a whole lot more like, well, just labor. And here it is, the reality versus the dream. On the left, you've got the old way, the mess we all know so well. We're talking sticky fingers, fillings escaping, and shapes that are, let's just say, a little too unique. But on the right, that's the promise, turning hours of frustrating work into just a few minutes of actual fun and getting perfect, identical results every single time.
Okay, so how do we bridge that gap? How do we get from that messy reality to the joyful promise? Well, let's meet what our source material is calling a new kitchen hero.
And here it is. This is the device that's designed to solve the whole problem. At its core, it's a manual press that's been engineered to perfectly form and seal things like dumplings and empanadas. The whole point is to take the frustration out of the equation so you can get back to the joy of making these dishes from scratch. Now, the argument here is that this isn't just another one of those single-use gadgets that's going to end up in the back of your cupboard. No, it's being called a game changer because it completely removes that technical skill barrier. It basically hands you a passport to go and explore all kinds of amazing filled pastries and pastas without all the usual headaches.
All right, so how does it actually work? How does it deliver on that promise of perfection every single time? Let's get into the mechanics of it.
What's so clever about this is its hybrid approach. See, it's not some hands-off robot that does everything for you, but it's way smarter than just a simple press. It gives you that mechanical precision for a perfect, uniform seal, but it leaves you in total control of the really important stuff, the dough and the fillings.
The whole process is designed to be ridiculously simple and fast. You just lay down your circle of dough, pop in the filling, and give it one simple press. That's it. The magic is in the uniform pressure and the engineered mold, which guarantees a perfect crimp and seal every single time. You don't have to worry about them bursting open when you cook them anymore.
And you know what happens when a tool is this easy to use, right? It just naturally opens up a whole new world of flavor. Let's take a look at just how versatile this thing is. I mean, just look at this range. All of a sudden, dishes from totally different parts of the world. We're talking Chinese dumplings, Latin empanadas, Indian samosas, and Italian ravioli. They're all possible with the exact same simple process. It's like you're breaking down culinary borders right there in your own kitchen.
And here's the real efficiency bonus. Instead of having a drawer cluttered with a bunch of different presses and molds for every little thing, you've just got one tool that does it all. That's not just saving you money, it's saving you some seriously precious counter space. But as the source material is quick to point out, the benefits here go way, way beyond just making food a little bit faster. This is really about upgrading your whole kitchen lifestyle.
And this, right here, this is the bigger picture. When you simplify the most annoying part of the process, it just creates all these new opportunities. It makes cooking a fun activity you can actually share with your family. It gives you the confidence to whip up perfect appetizers when you have guests over. Heck, it could even be the tool that kickstarts a little home business. It's all about removing barriers, no matter what your goal is.
This quote from the source just sums it up perfectly. The whole idea is that you're not just buying a piece of plastic and metal, you're investing in the experience itself, in more joyful cooking, more delicious food, and most importantly, more memorable moments around the dinner table.
So the final question is really for you. What's that one delicious thing you've always wanted to make, but you just never did because of all the tedious prep work? Maybe, just maybe, the biggest thing holding you back from your next great culinary adventure isn't your skill. It's just the tool you're using.